I hope this is a crappie, but I don't think it is. Shake his head. Wow. I'm probably gonna have to cut this, guys, and y'all just see the tail end of it. Game weighs. What do you think that one weighs? What do you think that catfish weighs? Look at the belly on him. Bam. Alright guys, got another one to bug. I switched color on y'all. I was throwing the earth color and caught that catfish. I am going to show y'all a piece of that catfish. I might just show you when I set the hook and throw him back. So, I ain't going to show you the 10 minutes it took me to get him in. Alright, this is on the Cutie color. Water has some color to it. It's better here than it was other parts of the lake. I've been on Poplar Creek for the last hour and hardly done nothing. I caught a couple fish, but the water's got a lot of color to it. We've had a lot of rain, and they're just not as active in that dirty water today. I don't know why that is. Sometimes that's the way it is. Sometimes you just got to get up and move. And I went to a couple different places and found out. I said, Dennis, you're gonna catch something, you need to move. So I didn't get back there far enough. I think I just seen my bait. Yeah, I did. I gotta get a little closer. So, hey, that's what it's about. Now this bug, I got it on the 124th head. Oops. Hit the dock. Hold on. It's very hard to throw, guys, because it doesn't weigh anything. Okay. So to get in the back there far enough, see where they're at? This is the front of the dock. They're about 10 feet back there. Okay, I don't think I got back far enough yet. They will not come for it. When the fishing's off a little bit, we've had 4 days of rain, they won't come hunting for it. You got to put it in their face to get bit. If it's not in their face, you're not going to get bit. There's one, hit it. Bam. Get him out of there. This dock has braces. Come on, got him. Now guys, this is that little number 8 hook on this too. I got 1/32 and 1/16 number 8s. A lot of y'all have bought them because they're hard to find, them little hooks, ain't they? I've got number 6s. You think you wanted it? And that's why I stock 6s and 8s, guys, because they're hard to find. Very hard to find. All right, see if I can find the bait. There it is. Find the hook. All right. Find the hook. You can get that little fork right there in it. It'll pop it out. All right, there you go. Bam. Somebody asked me just this week, Dennis, where'd you buy that tool? I did not buy that tool. David sent me that tool. He's one of the subs on the channel. He sent that to me. I did look it up. You can buy it, Bass Pro Shop, most places like that. When you finish watching this video, not now, when you finish watching this video, look it up. And once I get him out past that post and those braces, I'm okay. Wow. You that big, you just met mean. Come on over here next to the boat. You're decent. I don't get rough on them, guys. I got 2-pound test. Now, you see the catfish I caught earlier? Beginning this video, he was at least 8 pounds. Y'all see the belly on that thing? He came on 2-pound test. Look here, y'all think they wasn't it? And I'm setting the hook as soon as I felt the bite. I see my line move. I came out. They're 10-inch fish. They're 10. They're probably 10 and 5/8. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? And it's like a bass too, but I think it's a crappie. Last one was a bass. I usually don't show you all the bass, guys. This lake's full of them. And you catch them 8 to about 14 inches spotted bass. Oh, I've caught some 3 and 4 pound spotted bass. One year on Christmas Eve, I was throwing a hot dog jig. That's what I call it, the jig that I make myself. Hook fell out of his mouth. I'm gonna check the point on that hook. That's a nice crappie. That's a male getting his color back. His twit's flopping around. Guys, he's probably 11 inches. You know what? A little bug, for little as that thing is, catches some nice fish, doesn't it? All right, guys, if I get it back there close to him, I get bit. That's the hardest part. This little thing don't skip the best. I basically got to throw it back under there. I got room at this dock to do that. Sometimes you don't have that kind of room because the lake's down right now because they're making current here. I know a lot of y'all guys that watch me a lot and go, Dallas, we've heard you say that, so I try not to beat y'all with the same information all the time. But when they make electricity on the lake, it fluctuates. Look at the rocks over here. See the color on the rock? I know it looks like a long ways to y'all, but it's about 30 feet. GoPro makes it look further. You can see that grass over there. See how there's yellow stems on it? I know that's probably even tougher, but the rocks are brown. That's how far it's down, guys. It's down about 8 inches, maybe a foot. And I sharpened that bait and it fell out of his mouth. That's a good 10-inch fish, 10 1/4. I got my little sharpener and I sharpened it. Okay. Now, guys, somebody's going to ask. It's sharp. Somebody's going to ask me, Dennis, you throwing the same bug? Yep, same bug I started with. Now, after the catfish broke my hook off. When I went to get the hook out of the catfish, it broke off. So I lost that bug, and it wasn't in his mouth anyway. And that was an earth color. What is my spot lock doing? Dave, you and I was just talking about this. Look how far it took me from the dock. Some of y'all guys got spot lock. Sometimes I think it just quits working and goes like, no, and goes to sleep. And it took me 10 or 15 feet away from the dock. All right, guys, I'm on a different jig bait now. I got hung up at last cast on the braces. Like I told you, I have fished this dock many a times. That's why I caught the decent fish the other day, nice fish. And see the catfish slime on my boat. Just got it off for the day with the power washer. I was power washing my driveway and I pulled my boat out and I washed this back carp and got the crappie slime, bass slime, catfish slime, I can say it. And took me 3 times though. Hope y'all ain't that bad sometimes. Hook got him that time. Good hook. Well, this is my jig. This is the 1/32. That's a nice fish, guys. He's right 11 inches probably in the area. You can see the slime came off the net when I netted the crappie and laid him up here. So now I got catfish slime 3 places on my boat. Y'all don't know how much I hate that. I'm gonna get rid of this carpet one of these days, guys. I'll show you let me show you what how I get hung up here. That's the fish, right? I'll try to see if I can make them. See it right there? That's a brace. Yep. They're hard to see. I don't know why they don't show up like that. Okay, but it's a brace going. I can see the end of it under the water. It goes down like this. There's one starts at that post and goes this way. So they meet right there in the middle. So about 2.5, 3 foot down on this middle post, I'm gonna say in that area, 3 foot down, there's a brace. So over here, it's only like 1.5 feet, right? On the 2 ends, it's only like 1.5 feet down. That's what I got hung up on. It's got a lot of jigs on it. Hey, I fished this dock enough that the bottom of this 2x12 right here had a couple little burrs and splinters on it. So about 2 years ago, I brought a piece of sandpaper with me. Yes, I did. I got up real close to it and I sanded those pieces off. I got to tore my line getting caught on it. I sanded for about that knot. That's a bump full of knots. But middle ways of that one to middle ways of that one, I had a bump. You ain't gonna hit it again? Now I gotta come out of there. So that's what I did. Once I fish it back where I think I'm close to that brace, I just reel it out. But sometimes I misjudge it. And sometimes the fish hits it and pulls it down. Mason, y'all know Mason fishes with me some, young man. Used to be able to say little guy. He's 6'1" now. He's growing. He graduates this Saturday from high school. He's my little fishing buddy. Him and I have fished together for years. He moved into the neighborhood. Him and I started fishing together. He's got his own boat now. He mows this yard. That's what he does. He's been mowing yards since he was 14. And that's what he's going to do when he graduates from school. He says he's just going to mow yards. So he's bought 2 mowers this year. And I don't mean cheap stuff. He bought a Skag. Some of y'all knows what that is. Some of y'all going, okay. And I don't know what the other one is. The other one is you stand on the back of it and stand up and mow. I don't know if it's a Skag too. He told me what it was. He was at the house Saturday. He lives, Mason only lives, he lives 1 block from me in the subdivision. And I got to go by his house at In and Out subdivision. And so I keep an eye on him. All right. Nice. So, and we're going to the same church, so we see each other there sometimes and stuff. And I treat him like a grandson. A lot of y'all know that. They've been watching me. He's a good kid. Sometimes on a Saturday or something, especially if we ain't doing a whole lot, he'll text me. What are you doing? You want to go to a Mexican restaurant and get something to eat? That's our happy place. Him and I go to a Mexican restaurant and sit down and eat and get some tea and just shoot the bull. Next cast. Oh, this is a small one. Next cast. Now look, guys, I tell you all a lot of stuff just being honest with you. It's 4:45. I told you I started at 3 o'clock. I went to 2 trees that were standing in the water. Nothing. Oh, they would follow me, and the water was dirty up there now, a lot dirtier than this. But they would follow me. I see them bump at me. Nothing. All right. I went to a dock that I caught fish on last Friday. They were still there, about 10 back there. Nothing. Oh, they follow me around. I can see them when I look at the live scope once, like somebody turn it like this and look at it so I can see what's going on. I can see them following me around, follow it back. I switched colors a couple times. I switched about 3 different baits. Nothing, okay? Went to another dock, same way. I caught one that dock, okay? So finally I said, that's it. I'm going down the lake a couple miles. So I moved about 3 miles down the lake. Water got better clarity. When you get on this main, I'm on the main channel. You go on the main channel, the water's usually nicer on the main channel because they let water out of the lake above us, which is 50,000 acre lake. And they hold it back for flood. And it, most of the time, it doesn't get as nasty as this lake does. So the water they're letting out is pretty clear water. So it flushes it, right? All right. So that's why I moved. I said, I'm going down the lake further. I moved down to here. This is the first place I stopped. Bam. I reckon here's my point. Y'all going, Dennis, you got a point to that? Don't be afraid to move, guys. If you're not catching fish, you done spend an hour and a half, you're going, you're seeing fish, they're not paying any attention to you. 2 things, all right? He's about 10 inches. 2 things. He might be 10 inches, let's say that way. I'll see he's about 9.5. Don't be afraid to move to another part of the lake. Don't be afraid to change to a smaller bait or some other type of bait, okay? I tried a couple different things. I tried that earth color and I caught that catfish. When I moved down here, the water's got a pretty green tint to it. It's about 2 foot visibility, 2.5. I went to Cutie because I want them to see it. It's kind of cloudy a little bit, not real bright. I want them to see it. I said, they'll see that bait. When that bait sinks down through there, they're going to see it. They can't eat something they don't see. I think their vision in the water is very good, much better than we think it is. But that color caught their attention. It's working great. As it's falling, it's standing out. They're seeing it, easily seeing it, and going like, what is that? And they're rolling up and checking it out. And most of them are just hitting it, no hesitation. It's got the little legs on it that moves, got 2 on the side. The picture on the site fools you. It looks like it's got a paddle tail. I've been going to get my son to change that. It's got split tails, guys. It's got 4 legs. All right? Its color's called Cutie. As you can see in this watercolor right here, it works fine. Red head, you don't have to have a red head. I was using other color. I think sometimes head color don't make a difference. And when the fishing's really super tough, it could. I can see the brace right there. It's about 6 inches underwater where it starts. Yeah. So you can imagine it going down, and it's 14 foot of water here. So it's going pretty good. But yeah, I got hung on it a while ago. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all guys. Just trying to share a couple things with you. I'm tired, guys. I've power washed today. I power washed the house day before I went fishing. That whipped me. I didn't get done till like 1:30. And I got one due tomorrow. If y'all never done it, power washing's hard on you, isn't it? But I appreciate you. I get out here even when I'm tired, trying to fish a little bit, make a video, making something different. I knew I hadn't made anything on the bug for a while, but when I seen how tough the fishing was, I knew that's what I needed to use, that other little bit. And I just made one with a little bit, so I pulled the bug out. Pulled the bug out on them, and it worked too, didn't it? See y'all guys next time. Fishing Lake Country.